If walking was a pill, it would be the most powerful drug we've ever created. The risk of obesity drops 31% when you walk 10,000 steps a day. Heart disease risk plummets. Your metabolism fires up and gives you real energy back. But here's what nobody tells you. After 35, walking isn't just a way to lose fat. It can be the difference from you living a strong, high-quality life or dealing with a slow decline that most men don't realize until it's too late. Your body has changed. Your metabolism reacts differently. And the same workouts and diets that once worked like a fat-burning furnace in your 20s, they might feel that now they're barely moving the needle. But Japanese researchers just found out a very specific walking technique that gives you twice the amount of results for half the time. It's called interval walking, and practically no one is talking about it. And once I tried it, and I'm going to be honest, it absolutely changed the way I think about cardio. Now, before you dismiss this as another walking trend, let me actually show you what's really happening in your body after 35 and why this matters more than you think. Here's something that most fitness coaches won't tell you. You are not failing at fat loss, your metabolism is. You see, we live in an era right now where walking is considered for most people a workout. We have become so sedentary that 10,000 steps a day should be the bare minimum for physical activity. But here's the problem with traditional walking. Your body, more specifically your metabolism, adapts to it over time. This is called the law of diminishing returns. The same 10,000 steps that give you great results in month 1, by month 3, your cardiovascular system has adapted. Your body has become used to this new stimulus. You've lost some weight, but now you're burning fewer calories on that exact same walk. It's lost its magic. Now, this is not a problem if you're in your 20s and you should have a metabolism like a rocket. But after 35, your metabolism is a direct mirror of your lifestyle. And if we are to be brutally honest here, after I've worked with over 500 busy executives, 7 to 8 figure business owners, investment bankers, and busy professionals, the lifestyle I see is very different. How you are handling high stress, poor sleep, irregular eating habits, long sitting hours in business meetings, and then on top of that, more nutrition challenges from alcohol to eating out at restaurants. When this type of lifestyle is not handled correctly, it becomes a metabolic nightmare. And if you're in this demographic, it's the exact trap where most men think doing more is better. Doing more is the solution. More workouts, more cardio, and more sacrifice in your life. But you probably deep down know that that's not going to work for the long term. So here's what I want you to understand is the reason you're failing at fat loss isn't a lack of your discipline or effort. It's just like the example I used number walking, you're using the wrong tools for a body that has changed. Right now, you're swinging a butter knife when you need a sharper blade. Your body at 35 plus needs different tools than at 25. More is not the answer, your metabolism is. And that's why this Japanese walking technique works so well. It helps reset your metabolism so it starts functioning like a real fat-burning furnace again without adding more stress to your life. Here's how you do interval walking training, and it's shockingly simple. Step 1, walk at a normal, comfortable pace for 3 minutes, just regular walking. Step 2, then walk fast, like you're late for a flight, for another 3 minutes. Here you should be pushing yourself, breathing harder, and arms should be swinging. Step 3, repeat this for 5 rounds, which should in total be around 30 minutes. No weights, no equipment, no app. All you need is your legs, a timer, and some aggressive arm swinging. You can do this at a park, a sideway, an airport. It's ridiculously simple, very flexible, and quite fun. When I first tried interval walking training, I didn't really expect much. How much is there to expect? It's just walking, right? But after just a few walking sessions, I was genuinely impressed. The thing that hit me is you control the pace. During those fast intervals, you're not following someone else's pace, you're following yours. So you are pushing yourself to your limit, which makes it personalized, and that is where the magic happens. As your body adapts, you simply just raise the bar. And that is a little bit hard to do on the 10,000 steps methodology. It's more consistent walking pace. So you can play around with faster pace, longer strides, and shorter recovery periods. This is just progressive overload for walking. And when you get more advanced, you can actually supplement or add this interval walking training into your daily 10,000 steps. That is not a necessity now, by the way, but it is a powerful combo. Our clients absolutely love walking because it's the most easy, sustainable, flexible cardio method for busy men over 30. It meets you where you are and you just push forward. It doesn't matter if you travel constantly around the world weld or have 12-hour long workdays. This works. Interval walking adapts to your body, your schedule, and your life. This is exactly what your metabolism needs. And I cannot emphasize how important this is if you want to set the bar higher for yourself physically and mentally. If you are a successful man in every area of your life, but you've always had that dream of you want to take your body, your physique to the next level. You want to achieve that lean, athletic, muscular body that stands out from a crowd when you walk in a room or take your shirt off at the beach. Then you want to listen to this next point. Think of your metabolism like an engine. When an engine sits still, it doesn't just stay the same. It slows down, it clogs up, it starts to rust. Your metabolism is tied to everything you do, from the muscle you have, to the daily movement you do, to the foods you eat, to how many calories you burn, even your health and inflammation levels. And if just one of those are out of sync, your system slows down. A better way to picture it is your metabolism is like a battery. If you don't use it, it weakens. And if you keep running it on low power, which is exactly what I see with a lot of successful men who have demanding careers, high stress environments, and then they don't give themselves the time to actually take care of themselves, your metabolism shuts down. It's called the metabolic crash. And if you don't reset your metabolism now, it just gets worse every single year you age. Your body doesn't wait. Things like your testosterone drops 1%. Your insulin sensitivity keeps declining. The fat gets harder to lose. And this is exactly what we fix inside a metabolic reset system. This walking method is one of the strategies to charge your battery up again, to wake up the engine, to get your metabolism working like it's supposed to, so you can lose fat faster, improve your energy, and build proper muscle. Now let's talk intensity. This walking technique is not some super intense, high intensity cardio workout that's going to leave you gasping on the floor. But don't confuse it with an easy stroll either. During those fast intervals, you want your heart rate to spike. You want your breathing to increase, and you'll start to feel that nice rush of adrenaline. This is where the endorphins kick in. That is the nice feel-good hormones. The post-workout or post-cardio feeling where your mood improves, your brain feels clearer, your body says, oh shit, we're doing something here. And that is exactly where you want to be. Japanese researchers studied over 700 healthy adults to do interval walking. Compared to regular walking, participants experienced better blood pressure, 40% reduction in stroke risk, which is insane, significant mood improvements in just a few weeks, a stronger immune system, a 12% increase in REM sleep, better joint health, less back pain. And this part blew my mind. Many of the men who did interval walking actually enjoyed it more than traditional workouts. And I'm wondering if that is actually because you get quicker into that post-workout endorphin phase. See, when you do interval training, even with walking, you create something called EPOC. Excess post-exercise oxygen consumption. A tongue twister, I know. In simple terms, your body continues to burn calories even hours after walking. Your metabolism stays elevated, so your body shifts from fat storing mode to fat burning mode even after training. But there's more. Interval walking improves insulin sensitivity, which is absolutely critical for men over 35. Because after 35, specifically with a demographic of men who sit a lot or deal with a lot of stress, your insulin sensitivity, just by the nature of your life, starts to decrease, and that signals your body to store onto belly fat. But with walking, when insulin sensitivity is high, it taps way quicker into those fat storages. And let me show you something personal here, because it's actually one of the reasons why walking became such a game changer for myself. I've always been obsessed with fat loss and performance. Not in a more is better way, but how can I get the most out of the least kind of way. Leverage, that's always fascinated me. I learned this very early in my football career. Back when I was younger, playing at a high level of football in Southampton, England, I believed that to become the absolute best footballer possible, I needed to be the best at everything. Dribbling, shooting, heading, defending, running, all of it. And you have some very successful footballers out there who are very good at everything, but they're not the best at everything. That is the difference. Being the top 1% best at something is completely different. The best players didn't focus on becoming the best at everything. They usually just focused on one elite thing that they were better than the rest. And they used that one thing to dominate. For me, that one thing was speed, and I doubled down on it. Hill sprints every day outside my apartment, and I clearly remember the emotion that every night when it was winter, it was cold, it was snowy, it was dark, everyone was inside being comfortable. I was outside running that hill until points where I almost puked. And I kept doing that for 6 months straight. And I'll never forget that tournament that came 6 months later. I became the top scorer on my team and scored 3 hat tricks in the first 3 games. games. And if you're not into football, that's the same as scoring multiple home runs in just one game. All because I focused on my strength. Not everything, just one thing that would change everything for me. And to this day, this same principle I now apply to my business, but more so in my fitness. Most busy men chase shiny objects in fitness. And I don't blame you, because right now AI can give you a workout plan or a diet plan in 30 seconds. We have social media with 100 different coaches, and now you have all these expensive supplements and peptides and all of it. There's just too much information. But let me save you some trial and error here and all the frustration that comes with this. Because I've been in this industry for so long now. The thing that I realize with most men is that there usually is just one thing that's holding you back, not 50. So if you're watching this video right now, think about that one thing that you believe is holding you back, or is your biggest challenge to really get you to that next level. Write it down somewhere and drop it in the comments as well. That way people can see it, and I might actually even turn one of your answers into a full video. Fast forward years later into my fitness journey, my lifestyle started to get a lot busier. Things changed. As a business owner, I started to have long meetings, long sitting hours. I was surrounded with high stress environments, social events. And when I fell into that category, I realized that I didn't have the time, energy, or motivation to step on the treadmill every single day. So instead, going back to using leverage, I started to use science, something that was proven, and I implemented this interval walking technique into my life, usually between meetings or long working hours, or between lunches or after dinners. And the results completely shocked me. I'll actually even show you a picture here of what happened in 6 months as I got down to 8% body fat, and that's one of the most shredded periods I've been in my life. And that was no high intensity cardio, no low carb punishment, no running, and there wasn't even that much sacrifice. And here's what I realized. When you can get your body and metabolism to start working together, fat loss becomes predictable. You're not fighting anymore with another diet that your doctor just gave you. Everything just works. That is the power of getting your metabolism to work for you. This is the exact same thing that we've implemented with our clients like John, James, Kevin, Antonio, Reto, Travis, and I could go on, because all these men have used walking as their main form of movement for just 3 to 6 months. And look at their results. Just walking done the right way. Now at this point you might be wondering, is interval walking for me? And the short answer is yes. Here's who it's perfect for. If you don't like the gym, this is perfect for you. Now I'm actually a big advocate of a gym because of what it does with your muscle building, your metabolism. But if you are at a point in your journey where you don't want to go to a facility, you don't want to get tons of equipment, or you don't want to have that feeling where everyone's looking at you, then interval walking is perfect for you. If you can walk, you can do this. If you're over 40 and your body just doesn't respond like it used to, if that's the case, interval walking is built for you. Japanese studies show that older individuals actually got even better results than younger ones because of this walking technique. It simply is one of the best ways to age gracefully and lose fat. If you need to lose 20 plus pounds, I would never tell anyone who's overweight to start running. Once you are overweight, every extra pound gives 4 pounds of high pressure on your knees and 6 pounds of high pressure on your hips. Interval walking is just a safer, better cardio without destroying your joints. If you're trying to control your blood sugar, research specifically shows that interval walking is flawless for controlling blood sugar. If you're a pre-diabetic or just want to stay healthy, interval walking is the perfect thing you need in your life. If you travel constantly for work, then this is perfect. No gym needed. You can do this at airports, parks, hallways, doesn't really matter. Even if you're at an airport and need to catch a flight, you can do this tactic. Movement is your metabolism's best friend. And the final one, if you're walking every day but you've plateaued, this is a sign your metabolism and body has adapted. Interval walking will help you break through that fat loss plateau, and it will upgrade your daily walking into something more meaningful, more fun, more progressive, and something that will give you results. All right, how to implement. If you're just starting, this is exactly what I do. Warm up with 3 to 5 minutes of easy walking. Then do intervals. 3 minutes normal pace, 3 minutes fast pace. Repeat 5 times and do that for 30 minutes. An optional cool down is 3 to 5 minutes at the very end where you're really just walking very slowly. And to know that you have the right speed, I do a talk test. You should be able to speak in full sentences during those fast intervals, but you shouldn't be able to sing a full opera. Once your body adapts after around 2 to 3 weeks, you can add some progressions. You can start walking more uphill. You can wear a weighted vest or a backpack at around 10 to 15 pounds. You can extend your walking sessions to 45 minutes, or you can actually add another 1 to 2 extra intervals. I tried the weighted version as we were hiking in Norway with some friends, and it was an amazing trip. The scenery in Norway is absolutely amazing if you've ever seen the mountains. And in my case, the weight was my backpack. But just a short note on that is my quads, my legs were absolutely destroyed the next day. So that's just something to be wary about if you ever go hiking in Norway. Now, an important thing, interval walking is not a replacement for strength training. I would still highly recommend to go to the gym around 3 times per week to focus on building muscle and improving your metabolism. But interval walking is the perfect complement to a strength routine. And here's how I structure it for my clients. Lift weights 3 times per week with a focus on getting stronger on compound exercises. Do interval walking 2 to 3 times per week on either non-lifting days or after workouts. Hit your daily calorie and protein goal with an intentional meal plan. And get some non-inflammatory habits in your life to help you reset your metabolism. This combination is something we do inside our metabolic reset system. Don't just train to burn calories. Train to reset your metabolism, optimize your hormones, and build a body and lifestyle that works for you, not against you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.